mean, we just watched a video of a birthday party getting shot up. I mean, these are the type of people and type of things that happen in the...
Stop. I am so fucking sick of people mischaracterizing this birthday shooting. How are you going to characterize the shooting that happened in Stockton, California as a black shooting when no one has even been apprehended yet? They haven't caught the person that actually did the shooting. And let me just show you guys the victims. These are the victims that unfortunately lost their lives during this birthday party. Now, looking at these 4 victims, do you think that you still can categorize this as a black shooting? Why are people saying that? You're automatically placing the blame on black people when you do not know the specifics. Yo, this is exactly why I say that they are pieces of shit.
I mean, I care about stats and facts and speaking the truth.
Well, I mean...
He said data hazard.
Look, at the end of the day... We know what the hell going on.
At the end of the day, we know what the hell going on, man. We know what the hell going on. Shut the f*** up. Obviously, you don't. And the fact that you're trying to dismiss facts says a lot about you. You want to present how you feel as fact instead of actually acknowledging actual statistics and actual facts. This has been a long time coming. Today, we have to talk about the Cartier family. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I hate them. Just let that sink in for a moment, because I don't really say that lightly. There aren't many people that I actually hate in the world. I don't even think that I said that I hate MyronGaines. But these 3, yeah, I absolutely loathe. The Cartier family consists of 3 black individuals who basically profit off of making political and mainly anti-black content. And yeah, they disgust me. I honestly do not know how they sleep at night by making this type of content. Speaking so poorly about black people, lying about statistics, misrepresenting statistics, constantly agreeing and siding with a white supremacists. You guys are the lowest of low. Every time I see one of your faces, I want to throw up in disgust. And I'm not just saying that just to say that. This is one of the reasons as to why it took me so long to cover these guys in the first place, because they actually disgust me. And before we actually get into the video, I want to talk about the 3 of them individually, starting with the guy on the far left. Out of the 3 of them, yeah, this is the one that I hate the most. And you know what? I find it so freaking funny that he looks like he rehearses anti-black talking points in the mirror before bed. Bro got the face of someone who rejects his own race like it's a goddamn terms and conditions pop up. And you know what? In every goddamn video, I always wondered why he always looked so oily, but then it came to me. He moisturizes with self-hate. Now it makes sense. Now the guy in the middle, his whole vibe screams, I'm not confident enough for my own opinion, so I'll just borrow somebody else's. Matter of fact, before every episode, he looks like he Googles talking points for black guys who hate nuance. Moving on to the far right, this guy has the I didn't agree with that, but I'm in too deep to say anything, and I like these checks written all over his goddamn face. I will say, out of the 3, this guy is the only one who seems like he still has a conscience, but is just on 2% battery. I hope you find your charger soon, my nigga. This is an entire panel of black men who sound like they learned about black issues from the YouTube comment section of Fox News. The entire group is giving barbershop conversation if nobody in the goddamn shop had a fade. Every video of theirs is just 3 niggas harmonizing in the key of wrong. Guys, it's just crazy because I feel like I can't even convey how much I really despise these 3. And I apologize in advance because this is going to be a lengthy video. You guys can blame Logix. I said Logix. There is so much dumb that is being said within this video. I don't know how I can chop it up. Logix was like, use all of it. Let the video be long as hell. But you know what? He right. I don't have a choice. That's how much stupidity is actually within this one video. Anyway, let me explain what's going on here. Recently, Nick Fuentes has debated Piers Morgan on Piers Morgan's platform. And this debate has been going viral for a couple of days now. So the Cartier family decided to react to it. And if you do not know anything about the Cartier family, they cried Nick Fuentes like there's no tomorrow. They do tricks on Nick Fuentes' penis, which is absolutely insane considering he's a white supremacist and you're black. You do not exist in his perfect world. I don't understand what they don't understand. But anyway, before we get into it, you guys already know the drill. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel and lets me know that you're rocking with the content. And while you're at it, please do not forget to join the Discord and make sure that you subscribe to the gaming channel as well. I'll leave a link to both of those in the description down below. And also make sure that you hype the video. I do appreciate you guys. Let's get into it. Look at already just looking stupid.
I would say he is right about the two personas. And I think that everybody understands this on some level. On my show, I make jokes and I use rhetoric and I'm hyperbolic because for a long time I had an audience that was small on these like dissident platforms. I was on D Live for many years. A lot of people don't even know what that is. And so I had a small following and we had sort of like an in-group sense of humor and memes and things like that. And you talk about it one way on a freewheeling live stream when I'm by myself and I'm ranting and we make jokes and we play devil's advocate, we play with different positions. But then when you sit down in an interview like this one and people ask me a good faith question, what do you actually believe? Well, then I clarify and I say, well, here I'm not joking, here I'm not being hyperbolic, I'm not being rhetorical. I'll tell you precisely what I believe. As far as this idea that I'm going to get power and then turn into Hitler, that just sounds totally insane to me.
But is it insane though? Is it insane? Because the way that you admire and talk about Hitler, one could make that assumption that if you ever gain power, you could move exactly like Hitler since you admire him so much. Yeah, I feel like that's a logical conclusion to come to.
Honest, it just sounds insane. You're always coming up with, no, it's not the Jews. No, it's not women. No, it's not blacks. It's actually really complicated. No, it fucking isn't at all. Jews are running society. Women need to shut the fuck up. Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Notice how none of them batted an eye. Notice how none of them didn't have a reaction to Nick Fuentes saying black should be put in jail. He's even smirking. You are black.
Would live in paradise. It's that simple. That's 100% true. Everything I said in that clip is true.
Including that blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, all of them?
No, for the most part.
What does the most part mean? What percentage of American blacks would you like to see in prison?
Whatever the percentages of the murderers. I think it's 1 in 20 black men will commit a murder in their lifetime, so maybe like...
That is just a f***ing lie. That is a blatant lie. Let me just say this, but some of you that agree with this stupidity may be too slow to actually understand. Well under 1% of people in any racial group has ever committed homicide. The majority of black men are not murderers. The majority of black people are not murderers. It's a small percentage of the entire group. Same with whites, same with Indians, same with Hispanics, and so on and so on. I don't understand why they don't understand it. Do you understand how insane it is saying, oh, 1 in 20 black men are going to commit a murder? What the f? And they're just sitting there taking it. That statistic is complete bullshit.
Let's say that, 5%.
Oh, so you're talking about black people who murder people?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But you didn't say that.
That's
You just said
problem.
blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part. You didn't clarify that you were talking about black murderers.
Right. No, you're right. That's a good addition to that. That's a great point.
Do you think it's funny or?
Yeah, I do. I think it's hilarious. I think it's totally true.
Do you think a black American would find it funny? You think that blacks should be imprisoned for the most part?
Blacks are my biggest fans. I get high fives all the time. They say, Nick Fuentes, I love your show.
Sir, trash pandas like these three are your biggest fans. They do not make up the entire black population, however.
And you want to know why? Here's the difference. Black people are the most victimized by other black people. You think black people want to live in the hood and the ghetto and get shot all the time? That's what happens in the south side of Chicago. You should come here. I'll take you there. We could go to Garfield Park.
My son went to Chicago University for a year, actually, several years ago.
Yeah, that's a bubble.
I will say that was a stupid response by Pierce. That was dumb.
Bubble. You think you're in Chicago and Hyde Park? You don't know Chicago. Go a little bit west. See what it's like over there. And I'll tell you, black people agree with me because they're tired of it too. And maybe not most of them, but a lot of them agree with what I say about that because they know how it is. That's why the first thing they do when they make a little bit of money is they go and leave to another neighborhood.
Okay, so what was...
That is so... And I absolutely hate when people say this, right? Because if you make more money or a substantial amount of money than what you have right now, one of your goals is going to want to live somewhere else, somewhere better than where you currently are right now. That's synonymous with everybody, not just black people in the hood. Guys, I live in the suburbs. I live in a nice neighborhood with majority of black people, by the way. Totally peaceful around here. I live in a very nice house, a new house. And if I am fortunate enough, if I am blessed enough to gain even more money than I have now, I'm going to move to an even nicer neighborhood. But that doesn't mean that where I'm living right now is bad. Anybody is going to want to improve their lives if they come into a lot more money than what they currently have. That's such a stupid point to make.
I'm gonna take a pause on the fact.
I mean,
That's a fact.
if you're to asking me, do I think that people that kill people need to go to jail? I think that's an undeniable fact.
For sure.
I think that a lot of the crime against other black people that comes from black people is a problem. We've said that on this channel 100 times.
2 + 2.
I mean, it's like I can't. It's like I'm not going to be offended at something that I've also said.
Black on black crime is not an issue. Okay? It's not an issue. Do you know why? When it comes to crime in general, and a lot of you guys who follow me closely have heard me say this ad nauseum, crime is intraracial, meaning black people are going to commit crimes against black people. White people are going to commit crimes against white people. If you live around mostly black people and you want to commit crimes, it's going to be against another black person. Same with white people, same with Hispanics, same with Asians. It's intraracial, but no one wants to talk about white on white violence. No one wants to talk about Hispanic on Hispanic violence. It's always black on black violence. It's a stupid point because one more time, crime is intraracial.
Now, Pierce.
Such a dumb point.
He just said, "Oh, I went to Chicago University." That's the problem.
Said my son did.
Well, whatever. A lot of these liberals. I'm not gonna say Pierce is liberal. I don't know what he is. A lot of people that
Pierce has been caping for conservatives for like a good amount of time now. Okay, I wouldn't even consider him liberal at this point.
try to sugarcoat what's going on in the black community and in the hood have never been to the hood, and they have never been around black people enough to know what black people do here. So
I mean, we just watched a video of a birthday party getting shot up. I mean, these are the type of people and type of things that happen in the...
Stop. I am so fucking sick of people mischaracterizing this birthday shooting. How are you going to characterize the shooting that happened in Stockton, California as a black shooting when no one has even been apprehended yet? They haven't caught the person that actually did the shooting. And let me just show you guys the victims. These are the victims that unfortunately lost their lives during this birthday party. Now, looking at these 4 victims, do you think that you still can categorize this as a black shooting? Why are people saying that? You're automatically placing the blame on black people when you do not know the specifics. Yo, this is exactly why I say that they are pieces of shit.
Hood. I mean, it may not happen at the rate people try to deny it, but the fact that it happens is enough to make these type of comments. I think those people need to go to jail. I've said that on this channel too. I've said that the crime that black people commit against other black people is a problem. We talk about that on this channel all the time. We get accused of being coons, tap dancing for white. So it's like, bro, I'm a black person. I see crimes committed against people that look like me, by people that look like me. I take issue with it. It doesn't matter who agrees with me. It's a problem.
These conservative ideologies are 2 + 2. Now,
it's really not even a conservative ideology. I really just feel like that's just a factual ideology. If you kill people, you should go to jail. That's what jail is for.
But real quick though, conservative liberals are literally letting people out there commit.
Yeah, that's facts. It is a conservative talking point as well. But the fact that, okay, so if the stat is correct, 1 out of 20.
Okay, Pierce is gonna say that's not correct, but let's
look it up real quick.
Well, Pierce, let's hear what Pierce says. Let's look it up real quick. His rebuttal is a liberal rebuttal to me. Let's hear what he said. But yeah, you can look it up if you want to, because he said they got people on the show fact checking right now. But either way, it doesn't have to be fact checked to me. We see day to day. I'm black. I'm around black people all the time.
It's interesting. People make comments.
It doesn't have to be fact checked. Okay, I'm sorry. So we just live in a society where we should go off of our feelings instead of using actual fucking facts. This is why I hate the one on the left the most.
So it's like, oh, you guys don't be in the hood. Y'all don't be around black people. Y'all hate black people. No, we don't.
They don't
literally.
All you do is talk about black people. All you do is talk about negative shit when it comes to black people. That's literally all you do. For you to say I don't hate black people, yes you do, and you're making money off of it. You're making money off of talking shit about black people. You have nothing positive to say about your own community. I do not know how you niggas sleep at night.
Literally, and black. All my friends are black. I'm a black guy. I mean, like what?
Yeah, it said the 1 under 20 stat. Not Pierce. Nick said he got that from somewhere. Maybe it's wrong or right. Maybe it's right or wrong. Who knows? But we know what we see day to day.
This is that.
Which you. What you are claiming to see is not facts. You're seeing what you want to see. Just like how the guy on the far right, just like how he said that was a black shooting when it actually wasn't a black shooting. You all are seeing what the fuck you want to see.
According to Grok, that stat isn't.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm just gonna keep it 100. If you kill people, you should go to jail. It doesn't matter what race you
I feel like we
are.
honestly shouldn't even be saying that on the freaking mic.
I just think
Because
that's just.
everyone knows
I
that.
just think that's just a factual statement.
Let's hear what Princess say.
That's why the first thing they do when they make a little bit of money is they go and leave to another neighborhood.
Okay, so what was
They don't stick
just remind
around.
me again, the percentage of black men who commit murder in America. What was the percentage you gave me?
It's 1 in 20. 1 in 20.
It's 1 in 100.
No, it's 1 in 20.
No. Less than 1 in 100 black US men commit murder. That's the most up-to-date crime statistics in America.
That's not true. I've seen other statistics. They say 1 in 20 will eventually commit a murder.
So your rate means that you're saying that 5 times as many black men commit murder as the official crime statistics say.
Yeah, there's a report, I believe, on X by Data Hazard. I'll have to go and double check that for you. But yes,
Data Hazard on X. I hate when these people do this, and Pearl does the same. She will find some random statistic and deem it to be true. Guys, Data Hazard on X is not a credible source. If you are going to quote statistics, make sure it's from a credible source. And the fact that he's so freaking smug and confident in the statistic that he just gave is hilarious to me. These people don't care about research. These people just care about finding things that are going to further fit their narrative.
there's some pretty shocking evidence that says that it's far more alarming than you would think.
Okay,
I don't care
you
about
would
stats.
accept
I would
the
like to
official
check
crime
it.
statistics
I'm
of 1 in
sorry.
100.
I don't
let's
care
check
about
it. We
the
do
stat
need to
at
check it.
all.
We
I don't
do
care
need
about
to
the
check
stat
it.
at all. I don't care about the stat at all.
I mean,
We
I care about stats and facts and speaking the truth.
Well, I mean,
He said Data Hazard.
look. At the end of the day,
Here's a.
we know what the hell going on.
Here's a.
At the end of the day, we know what the hell going on, man. We know what the hell going on. Shut the f up. Obviously, you don't. And the fact that you're trying to dismiss facts says a lot about you. You want to present how you feel as fact instead of actually acknowledging actual statistics and actual facts. I cannot stand people like you, bro. Look how he's going to continue to try to get his co-host not to look up the stats and statistics.
Everybody gets stats one way every day.
Well,
Here's a black male violent death rate.
Yeah,
It says
you and Nick Fuentes.
in 2022, out of 100,000 black males, 56.4% died by homicide.
Right. So,
what
but
is
the
that?
stat that I do always look up, and I've checked like 3 or 4 times on different websites and everything, black men are responsible in America for 56% of every single murder committed.
Wrong again. Guys, a lot of what they are talking about has nuance to it, right? It has nuance that they do not want to seek out themselves because what they are reading currently fits their narrative. But that particular statistic that they are currently speaking on, is that an FBI statistic? Absolutely. But that 56% is arrest data, not conviction data and not offense rates. These arrests can easily be influenced by policing patterns. I can go on and on and on about how people keep just bringing up this statistic and how they continue to be loud and wrong. But cool, let's just forget about the fact that it ignores population size and age distribution as well. There are so many freaking issues with just saying 56% of black men commit the most murders. The vast majority of black men do not commit murders.
That is a stat that is concrete that you can look up
What'd you
that I'm
say?
very confident in.
What'd you say?
Black men are responsible for 56% of all murders in the
Let's
U.S.
let them continue, guys. But let's forget
let's
the
just
stats for a
fact
second.
check it.
Let's forget the stats. Do y'all want to live in the hood or do y'all want to go to the hood?
We know the
Why
answer.
not?
No,
Why
no.
not? So that's
No, we're not arguing that. Hold on, brother. Hold on. We're not arguing the contrary at all. We know what side we're on with this argument, but it's just for the sake of the argument. So that when the other side tries to push back, you have numbers and facts to back up what you are saying.
But
Well, it says right here for FBI crime statistics, 55.9% of known homicide offenders were men and women. They're black.
That's not, you can find everywhere.
That's on the FBI crime report.
So you know
But
that
how I move around,
6%,
hold on, but how I move around black people, the stats says it. No, the rest not how
that's called anecdotal data.
We're not doing that. We're not. Nobody's saying, the stat says that. Look, we're going off of how we feel and what's happening day to day. Point blank, period. That's why I want to go off of those stats.
I feel like I'm about to have a stroke.
That's why I don't like that argument. These stats argument doesn't matter. Pierce, would you go there? Pierce, would you go there? No. Would you watching this video go there? No. So we don't think about stats when we're going off.
Well,
day-to-day life.
I like to speak the truth. I like to use
Well,
data.
I
to
mean,
make
you
my
are thinking
points.
about stats because if 56%
You don't think about that when you see, like he said at the baseball park example, when you come out the baseball park and see a bunch of black people standing there and Nike takes the 2 chances, you gonna think about the stat then?
I guess I'm gonna think about black people are more likely to kill,
Yeah, okay.
statistically speaking.
I think you gonna think about that because we know what we see day to day.
It's both true. We know it's true. At the end of the day, there's not an argument.
So I don't like that stat argument, but I mean, hey, let's go.
I want to double check that for you. But yes, there's some pretty shocking evidence that says that it's far more alarming than you would think.
Okay, but you would accept
I
that
see
the
this
official
evidence.
crime statistics are 1 in 100, or you wouldn't accept that statistic?
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but I've seen other evidence. Like I said, Data Hazard on X, I believe, produced a report about a year ago. It said 1 in 20. But I mean, whether it's 1 in 20 or 1 in 100, that's a lot of people, Piers. I mean,
Sure,
this is
a
a
lot
real
of white
problem.
people commit murder too.
It's about proportionality. I mean, white people are 65% of the population. Blacks are 13%. And I think anybody would tell you.
Every racial group have a small percentage of people that commit murders.
See that more black people proportionally
Stupid conversation.
commit violent crime than white people, and people vote with their feet. People would rather
Most-
pay a much higher
most,
property tax.
most mass
What's with the
shootings-
interruptions?
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, you look at
I did not see that. For some reason, I did not. Maybe it's because I was listening to this in the gym. I did not see Pierce just fold like that. With anybody else, he would say, "Oh, this is my show." I can't believe that Nick Fuentes just basically called out that he was interrupting him and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead." Okay, he doesn't have that energy for his other guests.
in Chicago, in New York, these neighborhoods are so stratified. People would rather pay a high tax rate. They'd rather pay a much higher property value to live in a less diverse, less black neighborhood because they don't want to live around the violence. And I think that when you look at even on the public transit, the subway, the blue line, you know, people don't want to go there because they know who occupies and menaces the public transit. It is these people like Daniel Penny had to deal with. It's people like Irina Zarutska had to deal with.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The Irina Zarutska situation was not racial, bro. The dude was schizophrenic. Like, I don't understand why.
And that's just the uncomfortable reality.
You've also said you don't want to live near black people. Let's take a listen to this clip.
Like, you
I'm
won't
a new generation of white person.
I live near a lot of black people. I feel totally safe. Just because I live around multiple black people, it doesn't mean that there's a lot of crime, you unintelligent ass knuckle.
I'm not living around blacks. Sorry. You know, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to me.
Okay, all right, okay, we know what he's gonna say. And this is where I'll be like, okay, Nikki, you have your right to your opinion. I don't agree with the opinion. Probably nobody here does. I know nobody agrees with that opinion. You probably don't agree with that opinion.
insane.
That's where we stop it at.
Person. I'm not living around blacks. Sorry. You know, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry. It's racial for me. And call me racist. Oh, very Christian of you. I don't give a fuck.
Keep in mind, Nick Fuentes will say things like this, right? And this dumbass will say, Nick's not racist. Nick's not racist. Even when he blatantly says he's a fucking racist.
I mean, it couldn't be clearer, really. Unless you want to say that's another of your jokes. But you're basically saying, yeah, I'm a racist, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You're fine with saying you're a racist.
Totally. I think everybody's racist. I think everybody, if we're being honest, is racist. I think everybody, the only people that aren't racist or pretend not to be are white people to their detriment. Everybody else is racist.
But earlier in the interview, you got aggrieved at the idea that your father was a racist. You wanted to make
Yeah,
emphatically
because
sure he's not.
Because my father doesn't share my same views on that.
So he's the exception to the everyone's a racist.
Well, everybody's a little bit racist. You're right. So maybe everybody. The difference is you're attacking my father. You know, he
I'm
can
not
get
attacking
fired
your
from his
father.
job.
I'm not attacking your father.
You are.
No, I don't know your father. And to be clear, I have no knowledge about him at all.
Well, then let's leave him out of it.
Hang
Let's
on.
leave-
No. Guys, keep in mind, the only reason as to why Piers brought up Nick's father in the first place is because Nick openly talked about his father during one of his live streams. He said that he didn't want to go to Applebee's or Red Lobster because he knew black people were going to be in those restaurants, so he didn't want to dine in with them. Nick, you decided to tell that dumbass racist story. You brought attention to it. Piers is going to do his research. And I'm sorry, if you say something on a live stream, it's fair game for me to bring it up, even if it's your family.
Leave him out of it if you don't know him.
Hang on, Nick. Look, you've admitted you're a racist, correct?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Own it.
Okay, that's fine. You're perfectly entitled in a free democratic society.
Do you understand how intellectually inept you have to be in order to not understand that Nick Fuentes is a goddamn racist? Do you understand how slow, how dumb you have to be to think Nick Fuentes is not a racist? You have to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, bro. The man literally said it multiple times out of his own mouth. And you're saying, Nick isn't a racist. I don't think Nick is racist. He's just telling the truth. That lets me know exactly where you are intellectually. You're a f***ing moron.
I said that he was. I said that he had racist opinions. You don't have racist opinions if you're not a racist.
Yes.
I said he was.
Are you
I said he
racist?
was.
This ain't about me.
Is you racist?
No, it's
At
not about me.
times. At times.
The fact that he cannot say no, he's not racist is f***ing insane. If anybody asks me, am I racist? No, I'm not racist.
Racist.
At times.
I'm
Are you
racist too, man.
Black people
All
are
right,
racist
I'm
at
not-
times.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, well,
they-
just don't admit it then on the mic. It's all right, man.
He is, guys.
No,
He is.
Hey,
No.
But you can be racist
No.
towards white people and black. Like you can be racist towards Mexicans. You know.
I don't hate anybody
I
because of
think
their
that
race.
everyone. Yeah. Okay.
If there's a reason I dislike someone, it's because of their behavior or something
Right.
that they're doing that's detrimental to me. I would never just look at someone and say, "Hey, I don't like you because you're that race, you're that color."
I
I
would
wouldn't
go
say
to
that.
a
I
certain
agree.
place or a certain gathering because of a certain group of people there. If you see that certain group of people wearing a certain type of thing, and I don't know, having a certain type of
See, I wouldn't think that would be
No.
Does that go back to what I said? I wouldn't go to a certain place because a certain type of people that would exhibit a certain behavior that I don't want to be around. That makes me a racist?
yeah.
No. Because
That's
no.
What the fuck? Okay, okay, all right. So that confirms it to me. They don't know what it means to actually be racist. That confirms it. Gotcha. Because if I see multiple people in the alley shooting dice or whatever, I am going to walk past them and mind my own business. There's money involved. I know how these things work sometimes. These games can get a little hostile. People could have weapons on them. But I'm not thinking that way because of the color of their skin.
No.
Hold on. Hey, I don't like the way those guys act, so I'm not gonna hang out over there.
Hold on, real quick. It's not racist
Wow.
because it's not the race that's the problem. It's
Yeah,
the behavior.
it's
Hold
the
on.
behavior.
Because why don't we feel that way about the BCF? Hold on, bro. We go to the BCF. We can go to anything that's, educate the golf course, an all-black golf event, something like that. I'm
Church.
fine with
I go to a
all-black
black church.
because these things, the type of black people that you're going to get there are not going to be. Remember, there are two different races
It's
of
the
black
behavior.
people. You have black people who are normal, regularly functioning black people.
There is bad behavior amongst all races and ethnicities. Why are we acting like this is just unique to black people? Now you see why I call these niggas trash pandas.
Then you have ninjas,
You can
and the
say
ninjas
that.
are the difference.
We're talking-
Nobody wants to be around ninja
We're
behavior
not
because
talking
it's
about
dangerous.
black people because of their black skin. We're talking about behavior. Every time I get on here and I make a negative comment or I go hard on somebody, it's because of the behavior they're exhibiting. It's not because they're
But the issue is you think the behavior is synonymous with the race as a whole. That's the main issue, stupid.
certain
We can say the same thing about white people though. You won't go to the most racist town in America. Why?
because of their behavior.
Okay, so it's equal. But you go to some white places and you go, I'm fine. So,
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's with it. Oh my gosh. Yes, he is a tap dancing trash panda. What are you talking about? Again, you can say that about any racial group. There are plenty of black events. Like his co-host previously just said, there are plenty of black events where nothing will happen and you will be perfectly fine. Just like white events. This guy literally just admitted that he feels way more comfortable around white people than his own people. That says a lot.
But what does that have to do?
It's the same thing.
That's not a
That's the
race
point.
thing.
That's not racist. Then.
That's not a race thing. It's because of the behavior they exhibit. If a wolf tell you he a wolf,
If I see a group of white people being rowdy and yelling and and cursing, I'm not going to go around those people because of how they are currently behaving. It has nothing to do with their skin color.
wolf, why would you go around a wolf and get mad that you got bit?
I feel like
I don't want to go around wolves because wolves bite. Oh, there's wolves over there. I'm not going over there. There are wolves over there. I'm not going over there. That doesn't make you a racist.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
man.
just like, yeah.
But they're saying that his comments after the ballpark, I see a group of 5 black guys.
He's
Why
saying,
don't I go over
did
there?
you hear what he said?
Depends on how
Because
they
they're
look.
black. He's not going over there because they're black. Their race is the reason why he's avoiding them.
Yes.
That's racist.
Yes, because he equates bad behavior to the entire black population. Yes.
Not avoid people because of their race. I will avoid people because if I see a group of young men over there being rowdy and loud with ski masks on, they're exhibiting a behavior that I don't want to be around.
But you know your life experiences are different than a regular white person's life experiences.
I don't know
right?
what point you're trying to make
The
here.
point I'm trying to make is, if I'm white and I see some black people after, I don't know, late at night, I don't know what type of black people these are. Because I'm not around black.
If I see white people later in the night, I don't know what type of white people they are. What the f are you saying?
People. So my assumption is, let's just stay away. You know what type of black people you're dealing with.
But I think that's
When
more
just have
prejudice.
walking past, how does he look?
But I think that's not-
How does he
I think
look?
that's
They don't
prejudice.
know how he looks. We do.
That's
Put yourself
prejudice.
in their position and not in our position.
I think it's the difference between prejudice and racism. I think racism is you inherently
So
don't
is that
like
not a fact
another-
what I just said?
It is a fact. It is a fact. But that's prejudice. That's my point. It's just like, okay, you're prejudging
So we
them
can't call them
based
racist
on
for
certain
getting
things.
we can't call them
So I
racist
think
for
everyone, I wouldn't say everyone is racist, but everyone does have prejudice.
And that's what we have been caught into now saying it's racist.
I am losing brain cells in real time, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So everybody does have a little bit of it.
Prejudice.
It's based off their life
Everybody has
experiences.
prejudice. Like, you know, if you go around a bunch of Mexicans, you might assume one of them, you know, can cook tacos. But does that mean you're a racist? No.
Yeah.
That's just a prejudge, you know, based on
So
things.
saying black people are violent, what is wrong with
There's nothing wrong with that because statistics show that it's true.
Statistics don't show that it's true. Also, are the three of you violent? Are the three of you violent? Are your friends violent? Is your family violent? So what, you gonna tell me all of you are just the minority?
Stop calling people racist for saying it. That's
We
what
don't know.
I'm saying.
But we say he racist because he said I am racist.
I think when he says, yes, I am racist. I mean, if somebody
It's just
asks
because-
say, are you racist, bro? Yeah. I'm just gonna. I can admit it. Some people just don't want to admit that. I mean, that's what you're saying.
We're not racist. We're
I mean, I'm not liking. I don't dislike people
prejudices.
based on their skin color.
I don't think a lot of people. Some
Well, I
people.
just told you, if you're exhibiting a certain behavior that I deem as negative and I don't want to go around it, I don't think that makes me a racist.
Not
I think
liking
that makes
someone, all of these people, because of their skin color, that is racist.
Also, I totally forgot to address this, but he's previously used the KKK as an example. Sir, the KKK has been a violent group for years and years, lynching black people, hunting down black people. Why the fuck would any black person want to go around the KKK? Because they know what they are about. They are well aware of their behavior. Totally forgot to address that. Like, this entire video is pissing me off, man.
Correct.
Yes.
I do not think that Nick does that,
I think he does that all the time.
and I think that he said at the beginning, "I have black friends."
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
But,
so you're not racist.
He believe. How many times have you guys heard a racist say, "I'm not racist, I have a black friend"? He believes that, oh, I have a black friend card?
He just openly admitted that he's a racist. I'm not going to defend him. I'm not going to defend him.
So what are we saying here?
But
He
you're
has black friends,
almost
so he can-
defending his views. I'm not only to defend his views personally.
Yeah, personally.
I think he's a grown man. He can defend his own views. If he says something,
Why do you feel the need to defend somebody that is a self-proclaimed racist? Again, there is no way that you can convince me that this man does not hate himself. Because why is he here saying, I'm here to defend Nick Fuentes? This dude is lost, man.
I agree with. I'll say, hey, I agree with that.
Like you said, black people defend him all the time. I guess I'm one of them that's defending him.
I think that he has points, but you don't have to agree with every point.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
I want you to bring a black card. Okay, look, that's what's racist. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to bring.
Bro, he's racist. He said it. I'm not. He said it. He's a self-admitted racist.
I don't know.
There's no reason to defend him.
Also, the reason I also said that he was racist is because of the JD Vance comment, how he called his
But guess
family
what? Guess what?
disgusting.
Guess what? That was one.
That's.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if my daughter brought a white guy home, but do I personally want that? No. I'm not mad at that comment.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Confirmed. Moron. Stupid. Unintelligent. Stupid. Because he doesn't even realize that he just contradicted himself here. You have been talking shit about black people this entire video, saying that they're violent, they're X, they're Y, they're Z. You constantly on black people. So why the fuck are you gonna have a problem when your daughter brings home a white man? I would assume you would welcome it. You are, guys, they're just doing this for money. I don't even think he knows what he's saying. I don't know if he believes in any of this shit that he's saying. These guys are pieces of actual shit, man.
Why do you care? Why do you care though?
I mean, it's just like.
Why would you care? If he was a good dude, why would you care?
I mean,
If he was a good dude, why would you care? If he treated your daughter
But I'm
right.
just saying.
Because based on all your arguments, is there a better chance that he's gonna treat her right or one of your fellow brothers?
the white boy might treat her better.
So why wouldn't you
Well,
want
I don't know.
someone?
You never know. You never know.
You do never know, but I'm just saying. Why do you care? You should not care about the race.
I shouldn't care. But
You should only care about how they treat
If a white
them.
boy tells me this, that I hang around, like, you know what, bro? I'm not mad at you for that. Yeah, let her bring a white boy home. I'm not mad at you for that. We listen to talk about it all the time.
No, and my also point.
He said, I don't want no black boy slanging no big black meat inside my dog.
Stop.
He
Bro.
said it.
Stop saying that.
Did he not say that?
Yes, he did say that. Stop saying that. But what I will say though, bro, you just threw my train of thought off with that. Hold on, bro. What was I about to say? Oh yeah. Okay. I actually noticed this a long time ago before we were even doing YouTube or anything. I noticed that also a lot of black people will be like, my mom said, you better not bring no white girl home.
And that's
you know?
wrong.
And that's okay. So
No, it's not okay. That's wrong. That's wrong. My mother, and yes, this is anecdotal, but my mother never said that. My mom always taught me to love people for who the hell they are. If you love them, you love them. It has nothing to do with their race. I don't give a if my future children are going to bring blacks home, whites, Hispanics, Asian, Indians. If you love that person, cool. I will accept them just like you do. But I will say, I agree. That's wrong.
If that's okay, then the other, you gotta say. But I said that's not okay.
Exactly.
I said that's not okay to say that. So it's not okay for black people or white people to say that. That's why I don't
So
agree.
I go home and my mother says something like this, and then I see Nick and say, "Oh, he's racist." That is the most liberal pussy.
You can't say that one. You can't say one is racist and one is not racist. You either gotta be all content or the character or
that is literally IQ. If you can't make that correlation, my mother says this, but then he says it. That is you're fucking stupid.
You want to talk about somebody being stupid?
You're just dumb.
Down the barrel of his camera and tell me you're racist. People can judge you accordingly. Many people who have assumed that you're racist will now have heard it from your own lips. That's fine.
There you go.
That's the point. The point of this interview is to go over the things you said, which have led people to reach conclusions about you, and to ascertain whether those conclusions are fair and reasonable or not. That's it. So I want to play you another clip. This is what you talk about why white people are justified in being racist. Let's take a listen to this.
First, white people are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified, to the extent that that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them.
I do it.
That's not
stand
that's
by
racist.
Absolutely.
That's a racist statement.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
You know what, Brandon? Just go on your fantasy, bro. What's your fantasy, bro? There ain't no freaking racist statement.
That is racist, dummy. You are equating the bad behavior to a few people to the entire black community. Just because a couple of us may act a certain way doesn't mean everybody acts like that, bro. I don't understand what you aren't understanding. There's no way y'all are this stupid.
No, it's literally
He
not.
just said it's justified to avoid a certain race of people.
The KKK, I want to avoid them.
Okay,
It's the same
you're avoiding the
thing.
KKK.
It's not
because
the
of
same. The KKK is lit. The KKK was literally created off of hate. It's safe to assume that everybody in the KKK would physically assault people in the black community. You cannot say that everybody within the black community are murderers and violent. It's not the same thing, you dummy.
They're self-admitted beliefs.
Exactly.
They're wolves. Wolves.
So I get a lot of niggas. I just want to kill.
So you think all black people want to kill? You want to kill? You want to kill? You want to kill? You want to kill? What the hell are you saying?
I feel I put that black Nike tag on and want to walk around the other way. I'm not mad at you, brother. The hell?
This is the only one out of the group that could possibly be saved.
Same shit.
I'm just keeping it 100. You just said the KKK
I
was self-admitted
walk
racist.
through life fair. I look at all mine. I just look at everything fairly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, all rights to
I'm just saying.
prejudge me, brother.
He just said you're justified in avoiding a group of people because of their race. That's a racist statement.
Boy, they got all rights to judge you. All right. You got the Cartier family, they got all rights to judge you, bro.
All right, bro.
No, but hold on, though.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just keeping it 100,
not
right?
racist
I'm just gonna make a factual statement.
That's not a racist statement, bro. That's not a racist statement.
Avoiding someone for their skin color is racist.
No, I think when you blatantly say,
If you're
he cannot
avoiding-
walk through this door in my home because he's black, then you're like, okay, that's a little racist.
What?
It's literally the same.
Racist. That's when it's like
That's
racist.
literally along
But
the
it's
same
just-
lines as what he said.
I can avoid niggas. I avoid niggas.
No, you don't.
No, you
I
don't.
avoid-
No, you literally
hold on.
do
When
not.
I know what type of black people I'm around.
No,
they
you
don't.
literally do not.
They don't.
How can you know what type of black people you're around when you do not know these people personally? What are you basing this off of? Are you basing this off of the way that they walk, the way that they talk? What are you basing this off of? And the way that they talk, the way that they dress doesn't necessarily mean shit. There have been well-dressed people that committed mass shootings. There have been well-dressed, well-mannered people that have committed some of the most heinous crimes in America. That doesn't mean anything.
How do you feel about mass shootings at school?
This is the last point I'm going to say.
I think they're bad.
Who do you think commits the vast majority of the mass shootings?
I'm sure
at
it's
schools?
white people.
Right. So how do you feel about that?
The reason I'm gonna let this point ride because this is every liberal, every black person I talk to about this. This is the point that they bring up. We gonna see. Let's go.
I think that white people do more antisocial violence. I think black people participate in more gang violence. I think that's a difference.
What's the difference to the victims?
Great question.
There's no difference to the victim, but it's a different kind of crime, and it's a different proportion also. Do you know what percentage of white people are school shooters?
Sure. Okay. Yes, it is a different proportion. I get it. And I understand as to why Piers brought this up. Because people love bringing up black crime statistics, but not acknowledging any other issues within any other races. Even though the issues of gang violence and school shootings are not on the same playing field, they're not proportional to each other. They're still both issues, big issues. They're both problems. And that's the point that Piers should have made here. And again, let me just say, less than 1% of black people commit murder.
I know that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools in America this century
I answered it.
were perpetrated by young
I understand proportionally is not the same. I get it.
white men. And I'm
And
just
what proportion of-
and
what proportion?
I'm curious. I'm
proportion?
curious whether your advice would be to people who have kids in
Wait,
these
is my mic
schools.
working?
Should
What proportion?
should they avoid white people at school? Should people with the kids at school avoid young white men at school?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what per capita means? Do you know proportionality? There are more black people proportionally that engage in violent crime or are involved in gangs, especially in these major cities, than there are white people that are school shooters compared to the entire white population, and everybody understands that.
Two-thirds of mass shootings at school perpetrated by white people.
But what proportion of white men commit school shootings? That's the question.
Why he won't answer that?
This is a dumbass point. It's the dumbest freaking point of all time.
It's not a dumb point. He just framed it incorrectly. Like, Pierce could have done a better job here. And I will say this was a little bit disingenuous of Pierce.
Hear him answer it.
He can't. He's not going to answer. He's not
I just want to see
He's
it.
not.
60-65% school shootings by white
You're
people.
telling me what proportion of school shootings are committed by white people. I'm saying what proportion of white people have committed school shootings. Are you playing dumb or are you just not that
What
smart?
difference does
What's the
that make to
difference?
the children lying dead on the ground?
The fact that Pierce just totally let that slide is crazy.
See, now you want to jump on the victims. The difference is you're asking, would you fear white people or black people? And that's the difference. The difference is
What I'm saying to you is, by
probability.
your logic, if we now have agreed that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools are committed by white people and predominantly young white men, then presumably your advice would be to avoid.
Oh my, this is why this is stupid. I'm not even going to let him answer because he's not going to answer. This is why it's stupid. Pierce, kids, do they go to a black or white school? So is he going to tell them to avoid all the white friends he has at the school? No. But what would he tell them if they went to a black school? He ain't going to tell them because they're not going. You know why? You know why they're not going? Okay, then. That's why this shit's stupid, bro. It's a dumbass argument, Pierce. I like you, Pierce.
You know what? I love how the three of them were not able to acknowledge that school shootings are an issue and that the majority of school shootings are indeed done by white people.
This shit was stupid as hell. This whole time, Pierce. I mean, I understand Pierce is a good debater, but you can't debate Nick on these things.
I
that are true.
think just based on what I'm seeing here, I think that his effort in this interview is to paint Nick Fuentes out as a bad person.
You don't have to paint Nick Fuentes out as a bad person. He paints himself out as a bad person.
And it's like, okay, I see the effort here. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a guy, like trying to call him out on things he said. And it's like, sure, go ahead. But it's like, at least be able to stand on your argument. I feel like at the end he was kind of pivoting away from what he was asking him.
Yeah, I mean the proportionality thing. We're gonna be honest, guys. That's hard to.
We know.
Can't really argue
Everyone
that.
does know the truth.
I mean, it's interesting though. When we watch these videos, people act like we're on here to just like co-sign everything dude said.
You are.
We're watching a viral
He
video.
literally does. He said he wants to defend a racist. You can't do any more co-signing than that. He said, I'm here to defend Nick. He literally said that came out of his own mouth.
And reacting to it. That's literally what we do.
Yeah, I
on
don't
this
think
channel.
that you have to agree with everything Nick says, but there are several points he made that are true, and there's a lot of points that he also makes that I don't agree with. And
I agree.
that's the case with a lot of people. I don't think everybody's going to agree on everything, but at the same time, there are certain stats like the proportionality, that
You cannot argue with proportionality.
And I also do think that that it's worse. I think that what we do and what we say is actually the best thing for the black community, and I think that a lot of things we say and do is because we actually do care about black people. Because
Why do all of these trash pandas do this? Why do they all do this? Your entire platform is to constantly take hot steaming on the black community. That's all you do. And you make money from doing it. But after you do it, you say, oh, our only goal is to help black people. How? How? Please explain how you are helping black people. How? If anything, I think you three are a cancer to the black community. People love to say they want to help the black community, but they can't even acknowledge the positivity within the black community. Where are those videos? Oh, that's right. Those videos do not get views. Those videos do not get money. Those videos don't get clicks. Yeah, you three are terrible people.
if there's a problem, but you don't address the problem, and the problem continues to happen, and the problem is people are dying and murdering and going to jail, and you don't address it, and it keeps happening and getting worse. Do you really care about those people because you're sparing their feelings, or do you really care about them if you're telling them the truth and saying that, we'll take backlash for it, we'll get called names for it or whatever, but what's worse, people killing people or getting backlash for calling it out?
I don't understand why we get so much flack on here for just watching videos and seeing something negative that happens to people that look like us and calling it out. But they don't ever say this for the people that kill them, for the people that put it in songs and glorify it, for the actual violence that goes on. It's just like, when you call out black people commit crimes, and we're black people who take issue with the crimes that are committed among black people by black people, the response is, well, white people commit crimes too. Okay, so sure.
It's stupid Because less than 1% of black people commit murders, and that's the only point that you guys love to touch on. And again, the same is said about any other race. Black on black crime is not unique, but you guys want to make it seem unique. You guys take a few stories and blame the entire black community of being violent and murderers. That's everybody's issue, stupid.
They do. But I'm not. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about crimes that are committed against people like me, but also people that look like me. That's a real problem. I'm here to call out behaviors about people like me that cause issues, that cause harm. And if I say something negative about that, I'm a bad person. But the people that do the bad things are free him. Oh, that song is hard, bro. Free him. New rap song. It's like it's ridiculous. I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
We're arguing with idiots.
Their
entertainment is idiots.
The idiot calling other people idiots is hilarious. Guys, I'm not gonna hold you. I had enough. In conclusion, I hate these niggas. There's no way of saying it politely. I can't stand these three. I think, like I said before, I think these three are a cancer to the black community. I think that the content that they make is disgusting. And I think they're just constantly looking for white acceptance, especially the guy on the left. Matter of fact, I know these guys probably aren't going to look at this video, but I would love to have a conversation with these three. I would love to challenge these three to a debate, and I hate debates. I would bring nothing but facts, figures, statistics, actual facts, not feelings, not how I feel about things. I would love to talk about black issues in the black community with these three so that I could fucking make them look stupid. So for you guys watching this video, go under one of their videos and say, WattsTV wants a debate. Spam them. I want all the smoke. I want to show how fucking unintelligent these three are in real time. I want all the goddamn smoke. That's it, man. I hate these niggas. I will see you all in the next one, man. Peace.